Welcome everyone, welcome to the channel. Atomic here. Today is my first day. I'm going to start upgrading my equipment and get ready for the new map I'm going to. So I'm on Felsbrunn, if I'm saying that correctly, right now. And I want to upgrade my equipment so I can go to Ravenport. It's a little bit bigger map, so I want to upgrade everything so I can do my chores on that map with ease. And I've got today 2 harvesters that I'm going to be upgrading. Alright, the one on the right is my longtime friend. Had this harvester since I started the game. Well, pretty much. Shortly after I started the game. And this harvester, I've gotten it's a mod. That one's an in-game one, and this is a mod. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both of these harvesters, go through the XML files, and I'm going to upgrade these things to where I'm satisfied with them, and I think that they're going to do well as far as the new map. Now, so what I'm going to be adjusting is first speed. I want both of these units to do 80 miles an hour because of the length of travel that I probably will need to go on the new map. So the next thing after I achieve that, then I'm going to do the brakes and make sure that the thing brakes. And then my back speed, that's also important. Back speed, I'm going to be adjusting that if it doesn't suit me, and increase the back speed as well. Just a little on that, not too much. Increase capacity to 240,000 liters. I know it's a lot, but I feel I'm going to need that with the new map. With that, I need to increase my unload speed. So that's another thing we'll be looking at on both these harvesters. So let's get to it. And go into my garage and see what the harvesters actually cost. So there's my 2 harvesters. I can't pronounce that. Agco, I guess maybe. So it's an ideal 8T. This is an ideal 10T. But we're going to be focusing on this first. All right. So what I want to look for is data. Then I want to look for vehicles. And then that Agco, which is the very first one. Then I want to look for ideal 9. Let's see if that's what I want or not. Okay, there's an XML file there. The way you can tell is that circle with the 2, whatever them things are beside of it. And if you'll see it there, it says type. It's an XML document. That's what I want. There's no other ones that's like this. This is what I want. Okay, let's go up here and see what this file is called. It says ideal 9. Okay, max speed is 40. We're going to change that. Whoops. We're going to change that to 130. Now, what this does is it shows up in the description as 130. So we're going to save that. I'm going to show you guys that. Let's click off of that. Now, I'm not doing this 100% the best way to do it, but okay, let's save game. I want to keep my harvesters where I've got them because I had to move them before I started the video. Now let's quit. And it's going to pop back up. And when it does, we're going to go back in there and we're going to see that the speed number has been changed, but the actual speed has not been changed. So if we go back into here, harvesters, and we go back to ideal, and we look on here, look, 80 miles an hour. See, we changed it. We changed that. So what I changed was this, but I have not changed it on the unit. And I want to just show you that if you already, I don't have to buy this again because if I've already got it bought. What is this? Sell? No, I don't want to sell it. If I've already got it bought, and right there it tells you 80 miles an hour. So it changes the bought one plus the one in the game. I just wanted to show you guys that so you'll know. Okay. So my game is glitchy. I don't understand why. Okay, let's back off it a little bit. Okay. So the backup speed, let's see what it is. 8, 9 miles an hour. I wanted to go just a little bit faster than that, probably about 15. Maybe 20 at the most. Alright, let's see how this thing does. And you see the speed is already stopped at 26 miles an hour. Very, very slow. Very, very slow. Okay. So, I don't have to put that back because I'm not going to save it. Let's pause the game. Let's get off the game. Okay, let's go back into the file. Farming Simulator, shortcut. Data, vehicles, ADCO, and ideal. So we know we're on the right one. Now, okay, so the speed we got at 130, so we need to come down to the motor section. And it'll say, right here it is, motor configuration. That's what we want to find. And there's no, right here's the 9T. If I was to go up to that, but that's just, it's not numbers. So the numbers that needs to be changed is right up here. Okay. So right here, the max forward speed. This right here is how fast your unit goes, and it's at 42. We're going to change that to 130. And what that does is that makes the unit go 130 miles an hour if all this other stuff is set correctly. So what we're going to do is go up here and save it. Then we're going to exit out of that, exit out of this, bring the game back up, restart the game again. Yes. We're going to test that out. Now, it will do faster than what did it do before 26. It will do faster than that. But I just want to see what it tops out at. I like to make an adjustment, test it out. And if you do a little bit like that at a time, then if something doesn't work out, you'll know where to go back. Whereas if I make a bunch of adjustments all over the place and then I go back and try to see how it does, I may not know where to go back to make the adjustments to fix what I screwed up. So that's what that is. Okay. Now let's see what it'll do. Miles per hour. It still says 26 down there. But look, 30, 31. See, the transmission, the gearing, it does more now, but see, it's not capable of doing any faster. We're going to fix that. By the time I get done, let's go down this hill, see what we can get it up to. So when the RPMs maxes out, oh, 40 something. Okay, and it's going back, so let's just stop that. Okay, so now we know we've changed it in the description. It says it'll do 80 miles an hour. And it will do more than factory. So we have made a change. Now we need to get it higher, or change the numbers in the XML file to achieve the 80 miles an hour that we want, or that I want. All right, so let's open that back up. Now what we're going to be focusing on is the motor section. Now I have software that I can go in to adjust these. Well, you put these numbers in and it tells you what to make all the adjustments at to make it do what you want it to do. I know right off the bat I'm going to want more horsepower. I mean, not horsepower, but max RPM. So let's do 5,500. And that's fine. We can leave that where it is. I'm not going to adjust that just yet. The horsepower, I want to change that. Okay, so horsepower, we're going to put it at 2,500. I want this puppy to really, because when you get the weight in it, you're going to need that horsepower. What I want to do is go up here and make sure if there is a horsepower up here, I want to make sure and change it as well. Yeah, power 538. So it's going to be 2,500. Okay, let's go back down here to the motor section. All right, 2,800. Okay. So I have changed the RPMs. Now I've changed the horsepower number, but I'm not necessarily give this thing more horsepower. But what we're going to do is we're going to save it. We're going to do a little bit at a time. Did that take? Yeah, I guess it did. Okay, and then we're going to back out of it. Back out of it. Bring us back up. Quit game. And yes, we want to quit without saving. Now what we're going to do is see how fast it's going to do like that. Then we're going to see where we need to go change the horsepower. I probably have to bring up that torque scale sheet software to adjust it like I need to, because I don't. You can guess at it all day long, but if I get the numbers off, it's not going to run like it's supposed to. And that's what we want. We want it to run like it's supposed to run, like it does, you know, straight out of the game. But we just want it like a super harvester. And that's what we're going to get. We're going to get a super harvester. It'll do 80 miles an hour. It'll do 80 miles an hour fairly easy. I'm going to put it where the max horsepower is going to be the 80 miles an hour target. All right. Let's see. Before I go out there, though, I want to go into my garage. And I want to show you right here. Now, see it says 2,500 horsepower, 80 miles an hour. So see, we're making changes in the XML files, and it's showing up on our numbers. I just wanted to show you guys that. Okay. Now let's see what it'll do. Now look there. It's already doing 100% better than it was. We're at 52 and I ain't even going down a hill yet. Oh man, 80 miles an hour is going to be flying with this thing. It's not bad. We're getting there. 78. Can I see? There's 80. Now, let's see what it does when you go up a little hill. See how... Whoops, about... I lost it. Okay. Anyway, we're getting there. Okay, so we're going to pause the game again. I don't know why I paused it if I'm not going to save it. But anyway. Okay, so I need to bring up Farming Simulator, and I need to... I can't put this where you guys can see it and everything. So I have to pull this off screen where I can pull up the other document. All right, vehicles, add co, and then ideal 9. Okay, let's hold on here. Let me bring this off to the side here, and I'm gonna bring this up. Okay, let me get this XML file on my other monitor. All right, and I'm going to bring up. All right, so this is the software where I can make changes to these numbers, and it'll tell me the right numbers to put in to get what I want to get. So 2,500 horsepower, 5,500 RPMs. I've done got that in there. So my torque scale is going to be. We're going to do it at 45. So let me go ahead and change that. Let me bring this back over here. Okay, the torque scale right here is going to be 4.5. 4.5. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere, really amping this thing up. That what that's going to give me is 2,667 actual horsepower. It's going to show 25, but that's going to be an under. And if you look at the graph right here, it's going to have really good torque and really good horsepower. So 13.72. If I put it right here, what have I got it on? 12.3. Let's change this to 13. Or I don't have to change that. I can change my XML file. So if I put it at 13.72, this gives you the maximum speed when engine is at the maximum horsepower. Red is torque, and the blue is horsepower. So about right in here, I'll be reaching 80, and it could go on. I could do a little higher than 80. 15.95. This gives you maximum speed at the maximum RPM, which I don't want. So that's at 55. You see how much it's done dropped? Oh, I'm sorry, right here. Well, it hasn't really dropped all that much, but if I pull it back to about 5,000, somewhere in here, then it gives me a leadway. So anyway, I could just do 14. So minimum forward gear, if I do that at 14, let's see what that looks like. Okay, see it. So at 14, at 47.30, it's at 27. So a little above that will be 30. So about 40, about 5,000 actually. So right about here is where my maximum at 80 miles an hour is going to be. So I need let's see, have I done the torque scale? Yes, I have. So I need to do the minimum forward gear ratio at 14. Okay, let's bring that back over here. And let's find that minimum forward gear ratio. Well, it's at 14.5, so it's right there at it, but we're going to just do 14. Take that point out as well. Okay. I think this is going to do it. Let's save this. Exit out of that. We're going to exit out of this now. We're going to bring the game back up. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. Oops. Alright. Oh, did y'all see that? It didn't want to stop going backwards. Alright, let's see how it does. A little slower picking up speed than I thought it would be. It's not doing exactly like I wanted it to. I hit 80 miles an hour fairly quick. See, it's dropping back. I don't have it exactly 100% right. Alright, see the braking? Bam! Braking is way off. That's the next thing I want to adjust, but I do want to get it a little bit better as far as the 80 miles an hour. I want it to go to 80 and hold fairly good. Let's see how it does now. I may pull down on that torque. I may even give it more horsepower. I mean, it hits 80, but it won't hold 80. My game's glitching. Look at that. Boom! I just went all the way down to 60, 59, 60. Okay, that's not good enough. And the braking's definitely not good enough, but we're going to address that here in just a little bit. All right. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to bring this. I could just minimize that, just keep it there. Okay. So it's a little sluggish down on the bottom end. So if I was to change, I've got it at 4.5 and I got that at 14. Okay, so let's see if we can give it a little bit more of something. I gave it 4.5. Let's give it a 5 right here. Let's see if what that changes. Oh, that changes drastically. Drastically. Okay, 4.7. It's still there. Okay, let's do 5 point. In other words, let's just go to 3,000. Whoops, wrong one. 5.2. Okay, 3,000. 5.2. But now look what's happened to the torque scale or the power torque curve. It doesn't mesh well. It's not working well. Let's go back to 5. Okay, what have I changed? Now I don't even remember. I put that at 14. Is that not what I got it at now? Let's look and see. That's not it. That's it. Okay. Yeah, I got it at 14. $14, 5,500, 5. Do I have that at 5? Nope, I got that at 4.5. Okay, let's change that to 5. Alright, let's save that. Alright, let's try this. I would like for the speed to build up kind of quick, but it's not going to be a game changer if it don't. If it takes it a few minutes to build up, that's fine as long as it gets there and holds decently. Now I realize once I get a lot of harvest inside of it, it's going to weigh it down. So one of the things I'm going to be doing in another video is going in and decreasing the weight ratio of the harvest. Hopefully. I won't try. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what that's done. See how far it goes before it stops? Okay, it's building up really good. I think it's doing better than it did. Yeah, that's pretty decent there. See how it's building back up to 80 and it's holding it? Even going up a hill. That's better than it was. Oh gosh, the brakes don't work good. Alright, let's go back down. So one of the things we're going to be working on is the brakes anyway. I might leave it where it's at. It's decent. I wish I had a good... gosh, it don't want to stop. I wish I had a good runway to run this thing. So it doesn't build up speed too fast, but at least it gets on up there and it holds it fairly decent. Which is great. Alright, let's see what it does. 80 miles an hour. Boom. Bring back up the XML file. Okay, so the way the brakes works is it's kind of like a percent. Brake force right here is a 6. It's nowhere near good enough. We're going to put it at 40. This we're going to take off, or not take off, but we're going to cut it down to 12. So what the difference between them two are, this 40 is when I actually apply the brakes. This is how much brake force it gives when you let off the gas. And if you wanted to know what that actual number is, it's this number times that number, and then that gives you what it percent it's actually applying brakes to. So anyway, we're going to save that. Bring the game back up. Okay. But anyway, it's a lot better than it is factory. I mean, it's night and day difference. Okay, so it should. Oh, look at that. Now you see the difference? Remember how it walked all over the place before? Look at that. It stops on a dime. Look at that. Alright, we're going to have to get up some speed and see what it'll do. 40 might be a little bit much. I need some flat ground to test this thing out with, but I don't have it. Okay, that's what it'll do down this hill. Well, let's just get up to 80 and stop it. Alright, you ready? I know it's, well, it's not up a hill. Alright, here we go. Boom. Look at that. That's just a huge difference. And then if I just let off the gas, it slows down pretty decent when I let off the gas. It slows down a whole lot when I hit the brake. So I may drop that 40 back to 30. Might try that. It locked the tires up if y'all didn't see that to stop it, but hey. But now, when you have a load in it, see, it's a whole different ball game when you got a load in it. All right, here's letting off the gas. See, it pulls it down pretty quick. And then here's hitting the brakes. Okay, 40. We're going to change that to 30. All right. We'll keep this the same for now. Because lowering this number lowers that number. Just keep that in mind if anybody ever wants to do this. Let's just lower that so I can bring it back up. Alright, let's see what this does now, backing up. Yeah, that stopped pretty decent. It still stops fairly good there. Still locked up the back tires. But just remember, when I get a load on it, it won't stop quite as good, and the back tires shouldn't lock up then, unless the, oh no. See that increase in speed going up this hill? That's good. If it'll do that, I'm happy. Yeah, that still stops. Plenty good enough. Now I want to see when I let off the gas how slow it gets. Yeah, that's not too bad there. Okay. I'll have to actually harvest something to get that to test out weight. Okay, now I want to work on backwards speed. I want to leave the brakes where they are, and I want to work on back speed. Okay, so like I said, the back speed right now is at 9. We're going to change that. I don't know to what, but just something more than 9. All right. Okay, minimum speed is 0.01. Max forward speed, and then max backward speed. It's at 15, which equals 9. If I was to double that to 30, that should be about 18. Let's make it 30. Okay, now is there a brake minimum backward gear ratio? That's how fast it goes backwards. I'm not gonna mess with any of that right now. Let's just make it go faster, and then we'll see what happens. So let's save that. We'll minimize that. Alright, so this is the last test I'm going to be doing, I think. Yeah, that's good right there. That's plenty good enough. Alright. That works. Pause the game. Don't know why I pause it, but I do. Alright. Alright, backward speed is taken care of. The only thing I need to do is increase unload speed. Alright, that's a little different. And that's a little hard to find sometimes. So let's just go to the beginning. And let's see if we can find it. Alright, empty speed. So this is what we want to change. And if we've got 250,000 liters, we're going to need a lot going out. So I'm going to put 5,500 liters. And we'll just, when I go to unload something, we'll just see if that's enough or not. Alright, well, that does it. Let's save this. And let's minimize that. Alright, let's bring the tractor back up. Okay, we're not going to quit the game. We'll continue because I want to look at the map and see if there's anything I can harvest. If there is, there's not. I need to harvest one thing. I want to check that. I want to check the empty speed of the harvester. Won't take us long with this big 100-foot header. Alright, let's nope. Lower it. Oh my gosh. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Okay, now if you notice, it's filling up really quick. So the feel on it is not changed like I thought. It is almost full. It's going to fill up at 1,700. Okay. So we're not done. We are not done. So that other number must had stood for the actual but I've never had to change that before. Alright, empty speed. Don't forget that, people. Empty speed. Okay, let's go back up here. There was somewhere where I seen it. It was there it is. Capacity 1,700 fill unit. Alright, we need to change that to 250,000. Save that. Alright, let me fast forward time because I'm going to need to do that. Alright. Alrighty. I already know we're going to do field 10, so I can just go on over there and do that. Okay. It has changed. Look how weird this is right here. It's like only part of it. I don't know. Anyway, there it goes. Glitch in the matrix. Okay, let's put that back on real time. We're here. And let's lower. Let's get it. Oh, I haven't bought it yet. Okay, I'm sorry. I have not bought it yet. Lens 10. Buy. Yes. Let's go. Now, you see the difference down there at the bottom? It's not filling up. Nowhere near. as quick as it was. This is awesome. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, I noticed my speed was 21 miles an hour. I'm probably going to up the speed to no less than 26 miles an hour. I could probably get this with 2 swipes if I could see the ends. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. I can't see the ends. This is awesome. Yeah, see, 21 miles an hour. This is fairly slow, so I'm going to probably up it to maybe 30 miles an hour. This header, and I got another header. I want to up it also to 30 miles an hour. And I've got another header. I want to up that to 30 miles an hour as well. Okay, if I could get it to hit 25%, but it ain't gonna do it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So that's at 51,000. 52 now. It'll hit 53, 54. It'll hit 54, 55. No. Okay. So it's got 54,000. I mean, it's obvious it's increased it like I want. So that's great. That's awesome. All right. Now let's see how fast this thing unloads. It should be super quick. Yeah, that's not quick enough. That is not quick enough. Okay. Nope, not quick enough. We still have some work to do. Pause the game. All right, let's bring up the file. Okay. It was down here somewhere. Empty speed. Okay, let's make that. Could put a 0 right here. That's 50,000. That's too much. I want it to unload it a little bit. I want to see it. Okay. Let's put that out. And then let's take that out. All right. Instead of 50, you want to do 10,000? 1, 2, 3. That's 10,000. Let's try that. All right. Boom. Save. Minimize. Let's get on with it. Okay, so I want to see what the maximum speed on this is. Okay, this is a little faster. It's 24. And 24 seems to be decent. But I want to make it about 30. Booyah. Alright, let's go dump this. And see if it dumps quicker this time around. I don't like the way this thing's moving. See how it's going around? It's not supposed to do that. The game's glitching. Some odd reason. Alright, you ready? Let's see how fast it dumps now. Yeah, it's a lot quicker. A lot quicker. I think extend be just a little bit more though. So I'll probably change it without testing it. Pause the game because it's close to where I want it now. Let's bring up the file. So let's change that to 15. So that is 15,000. So if I got 240,000, I mean that it's still gonna take a while to dump all that 240,000. All right, let's save that. I don't know. I guess I will test it out. Whoops. Keep forgetting I gotta buy the land. Alright, well, let's get it. If I could zoom this thing out just a little bit more, where I can see the edges of the header so I can see to make sure I'm getting the maximum out of it, that'd be great. And then make it do 30 miles an hour. I'd be a pretty happy camper. Pretty happy camper. I think it's getting the rest of it one more swipe. Look how fast my numbers are going up. Boom. Alright. Alright, let's see how fast it drains out this time. It'll be sonic fast, I think. Look at that. That's pretty quick. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. Alright. The only thing I have left to do is the other harvester. And then we're done with harvesters. Okay, so to check out the other harvester, let's just go in here. And we'll just go through here till we see the harvesters. Okay, so this one here, 80 miles an hour, 2,500 horsepower, which, yeah, that's on the low side. So we're going to do the 40 miles an hour and up the horsepower. Basically, I'm going to just mimic these same numbers. Ideal. There it is. XML. There it is. That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay. Alright, so power, we're going to change that to 2500. Max speed is going to be 130. Okay, here we go. Motor for configuration. Okay, we're going to put that on 2500. Alright, max RPM is at 3100. We're going to change that to 55. That stays the same. I don't remember what the torque scale is. I'll have to, let's see. Let me pull up farming simulator. Well, let's see. I can't. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can do it. Just give me just a second. Alright, data, vehicles, ag, ideal 9, and then there's the XML, up the WordPad. Okay, so see, I've got them both right here, so I can just go down and look and see what I need to change. 25, max speed's 130. I've done changed all that. Okay, let's go down to motor. Motor configs. All right. Horsepower 2500. Torque scale's at 5, so we need to change this to 5. I hope it works the same. Now I could screw this up, because if this is, it's a mod, so they could have actually changed it a little bit different. Max forward speed. Right here's where it actually counts to make it go faster. 130. Minimum speed is going to stay the same. Okay. Backward speed, I changed that to 30. We'll do the same thing with this. Max backward speed is going to be 30. Okay, brake force. I put that on 30. We're going to do the same thing with this. Just keep it all the same. That's 0.8. That's changed because I've changed the horsepower. So we're going to put that at 12. Leave that where it's at. Okay. Minimum forward gear is at 14. Let's put this at 14. Maximum forward gear ratio 120. Max forward gear ratio is 250. Backwards gear ratio is 40. That's 40. And then 200. And well, that's 100. I'll leave it though. All right, minimum forward gear, maximum forward gear ratio, and then minimum backwards gear ratio. Maximum backward speed 30. All right. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now discharge. Look yonder. Empty speed. What's already at 17,500? I don't remember what I put mine at now. 15,000, wasn't it? All right, pipe, here it is, discharge. Yeah, 15,000. And that one's at 1750. So what I'm going to do is go right here and put 1750. To make it match the other one. All right, let's save that. Okay, 1750, so that's good enough. Hit save on that. All right, I think that's it, wasn't it? Backward speed, brakes. Okay, let's narrow that. Let's get rid of these two. All right, so let's test out, see what it'll do. It's the same type of header. Same type of, okay, that stop was good. Yeah, that stop's pretty good. All right, let's see if it'll do 80 miles an hour like its brother over here. Yep, doing pretty good. 80 mile an hour, just like the other one. Good enough. Woo. She stopped on a dime. It slows down a little bit, but it seems to be okay. All right, I think that's going to do it. So see, I'm at 9%. 1, 2, 3. That's 23,000. So yeah, that's doing good. All right, that makes my both my combines, both my harvesters, the exact same pretty much, except for one does cotton, one don't. And I believe that's going to conclude it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. The next one we'll be doing is my headers. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down at the bottom. Any questions you might have that I might can answer. I'll try and do my best. And or anything else you want to see modded, I'll be more than happy to take a look at it, see if I can mod that as well. But anyway, please like, subscribe if you haven't, share, hit the bell, and I do appreciate everyone that's watching, everyone that's subscribed, and hope y'all have a good day, good night, whichever it may be. From Atomic, peace out.